Michael Portillo was left reeling on GB News after guest Stella Santadu unleashed fury by bizarrely dragging the Gaza conflict into a heated debate over Reform UK's deportation proposals. A move Portillo blasted as dangerously out of touch and warned could alienate British voters. The showdown quickly erupted into all-out fireworks as Portillo tore into Santadu, accusing her of being utterly detached from the concerns of the British people, sending the debate over Farage's immigration plan hurtling into explosive territory. But it was her next remark about Nigel Farage that detonated the debate, plunging the studio into uproar and leaving the panel reeling in stunned disbelief. Watch the clip.
Did you know over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed? Subscribing is free and helps us create more great content. Hit subscribe now and join our community.
Labour aide Stella Santadu and former Minister for Legal Migration Tom Pursglove. Stella, what is your reaction to these plans?
Nigel Farage loves slogans, but he has zero solutions. My question is, why, if he is so concerned about refugees, why does he not call for Israel to stop carpet bombing Gaza, which is what is creating refugees to begin with? If he really does think...
Sorry, you think the people who are arriving in Britain are coming from Gaza, do you?
I think that they're coming... No, they're not coming from Gaza at the moment, but they will eventually. So surely, if your main concern is the refugee crisis, you would want to stop the situation where it begins. You would want to solve the problem at its root. Where do you think the millions of people from Gaza are going to go? Who is going to take them? And my question for Nigel is, does he genuinely believe that the Taliban in Afghanistan is going to sit around the table with him and say, thank you very much, Mr. Nigel Farage, for your offer. Of course we will accept the people you want to deport. There is a long history of Middle Eastern countries and African countries taking advantage of naive Western countries with the threat of halting the flows of migration, Muammar Gaddafi being the best example. He used to threaten Europe that unless they gave him 4 billion euros a year, he would turn Europe black. That's what he used to say to our naive political leaders.
Stella, I get the feeling that the result of this immigration policy is that Farage is giving people the impression that he's on their side, while the Conservative and the Labour Party have other priorities and other agendas. And I fear that when people hear you, in response to our immigration issue, start going on about Gaza, which is not part of the problem, at least today, they may feel that you're very detached and that you're not on the side of British people who have this great worry.
Has the Labour Party not said we need to reconsider how the ECHR is applied in our courts? We are going to rehaul our asylum system. We are going to take all of the judicial oversight from some parts of the process. We are going to make it so that people who are criminals can be deported more easily. People who should not be here, who do not have the right to be here, are going to be deported more easily. Now, that is the actual practical, boring solution. It doesn't grab the headlines in the same way when Nigel Farage speaks, but we saw what happens when populists use headlines like that. Donald Trump kept on going on and on about, we're going to build this wall, we're going to build this wall, it's going to be amazing. Is there a wall? No, absolutely not. Can anybody look at the US right now and suggest that the US is doing well?
Yes, I can and I will.
It is your turn, James. Go ahead.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Next UK, your go-to for real stories and sharp analysis.